This is Due By Friday with Tiffany Arment, Alex Cox, and Max Temkin. This week's challenge, cook with a rotisserie.
Tiffany Arment?
What?
You all right? Sorry I'm late.
Hello.
Jeez Louise.
I'm just getting my Diet Coke now. It's been quite Is there a puppy? Is there a puppy there? What was that?
Oh, it was another set of microphones falling, and I'm echoing. Hold on.
You could have just said it was a puppy.
Call the Geek Squad.
That's what I should do every time. Chris, what's happening? Chris.
I should start demanding that when things
Max
break at the
can't
office,
hear.
that we go to Best Buy and call the Geek Squad.
Hey, hon. I'm hearing like an echo in my headphones. Do you hear that? It's like
I think the problem here is that Marco hasn't tested enough microphones and headphones.
He has definitely not spent enough money.
talk. Hey, Tiff. It's Tiff. I'm talking. I'm hearing like maybe I'm too clear.
Oh, maybe it sounds too good.
There
Yeah,
are
it
some
sounds
people
too
who have that
unnaturally
thing.
good.
It's like
people
if you
come
drink
into our
if you drink
studio-
that ultra purified water, it's bad
No,
for
it's
you.
an actual real
All right,
thing.
let me see. Oh, you sound great. What are you talking about?
Do I sound too good? I heard like a bit of an echo.
Test. No, you sound great.
Okay.
Is it possible that you're getting some sort of
I just
bleed
needed
from
you to tell me
our
I sounded great.
sound system?
Hmm?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
You're saying a lot.
I
of
don't know
things.
what I'm saying.
I have so much follow-up from last week that Tiff is
Yeah.
going to have to suffer through.
Oh no.
But,
Oh, wait, it's in the show. I'm recording, right?
Oh, of course.
oh,
I'm
we're
recording.
we're in.
I'm recording.
So this week I posted about there was an outstanding article in the New Yorker about the Flat Earth Conference, and the New York science writer for the New Yorker. Hang on, let me find this tweet because I pulled the funny quotes from the tweet, and we'll do a Due by Friday reading. The
I
is
might
it?
burp because I have a smoothie.
scrolling, I'm clicking. That's where I am, but I tweeted a lot. So it's Alan Burdick, who's a science writer at the New Yorker, and he went to the Flat Earth Convention and just wrote about what they said and wrote about why conspiracy theories are having such a moment in America. Possibly related to that, I just saw a story this morning. Check this out. This is in a new study finds that people who overestimate their political knowledge are more likely to believe conspiracy theories.
Yeah, my friend was telling me something about that. Like, the smarter you think you are, the more smart you're really not.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think it works.
Right.
So I think it works. I think being smart can often work against you because you're able to use your brain to like convince yourself of things that are not true. So like there's a whole thing in an Infinite Jest about how smart addicts it's the hardest for them to recover because it's the hardest for them to like do the program. Yeah, smatics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A smart salt shaker is going to be way more miserable and believe in more conspiracy theories than a dumb salt shaker.
Does that mean I'm more loved because I hate myself so much that like everybody around me secretly loves and adores me?
It's the only possible conclusion.
I know,
that
right?
can draw. Anyway, so this Flat Earth article is outstanding. Alex will put it in the show notes. She's already found it on my Twitter. But he says, among other things, the Flat Earthers understand many things are being hidden.
The flirters.
They call us, you and I. Well, I shouldn't make assumptions. They call me, who believes in a round Earth. They call us globers or globetards.
Oh, we didn't say it. We just.
I'm just reading from the New
just
Yorker.
reading
I'm
it.
simply reading from the
Whoa.
New Yorker. I'm simply rapping along with the song.
Keep
okay?
going. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Now, many things the flat earthers understand are being hidden. God, of course, but also the Antarctic ice wall. Also beyond the cut. Alex, edit this in.
Yep.
Many things the flat earthers understand are being hidden. God, of course. Also, beyond the Antarctic ice wall lies thousands of miles of land. Quote, an America 2.0, one speaker said, that powerful people are keeping to themselves. On stage, Mark Sargent, a speaker about the flat earth theory, had suggested that the world was run by a, quote, small, scary group of smoking men sitting around a table. NASA, meanwhile, is hoarding billions of dollars in taxpayer money for its operations, which includes guarding the ice wall with armed employees and paying frizzy-haired actors to pretend to float in zero gravity. The astronauts are Freemasons, sworn to secrecy. The other workers, the engineers and functionaries, have either been duped or don't want to speak out for fear of losing their jobs. Anyway, this story was awesome, and I tweeted it, and sure enough, the next morning, I wake up and I get a reply from the verified Twitter account from the Flat Earth Society. They are at flatearth.org. And they appeared, they're pretty big. They have 50,000 followers. And they reply to me and say, it is just unfortunate that it, meaning the New York article, focuses on such a narrow subset of flat earthers. But hey, that's just the media climate nowadays. Now listen, a lot of things are said about if I respect our audience and how much I respect them. But listen, I'm looking out for the listeners of Do By Friday, and specifically the paying listeners of Do By Friday who give us their money on giveusyourfuckingmoney.com. And so I replied back to the Flat Earth Society, and I said, please come on my podcast, Do By Friday, and tell the whole story about the flat Earth. And then I sent that to our super secret channel, and everybody told me that the Flat Earth Society was not welcome, and that we couldn't have them on, and that you were scared of their ideas, and that they didn't want to be challenged. And I just want our listeners to know why the Flat Earth Society will not be joining Do By Friday anytime in the future.
I'm afraid of losing my job. They might out me.
As a globetrot.
Hey, Dig Dug, Merlin this isn't Merlin's voice. This is Tiffany Arment's. Why do I keep doing that? Wow, Tiff Arment's voice.
I'm all formal.
Oh, you know what? I know why. It's because on Make Do, you announced yourself for the first time as Tiffany Arment. And
I came out as a Tiffany. Yeah, I did.
You outed yourself.
I did.
And now it just happens.
Hi, Tiff.
Oh, hey, what's up, Max?
Do we have a special, since you are technically listening to Do By Friday, is there a special edition of What is Tiff Eating?
I had a banana, and oh, crap, Marco took away my smoothie cup that had the smoothie ingredients. Let me go get it. It'll be worth it. Be right back.
You made I make gross
Do it,
smoothies sometimes, and then as my punishment, I have to drink the gross smoothie. I'm not very good at making smoothies. Usually they come out like some sort of, like the consistency of like paste.
Wait, how is one
I don't
bad
know. I put like spinach and water and like a banana and like some other stuff in there, and then it comes out like glue. I don't know. It's not good.
All right. I have one of these Daily Harvest cups, not a sponsor. Banana, carrot, dates, walnut, sweet potato, coconut, ginger, chai. I don't know how to pronounce that. Vanilla bean, nutmeg, cinnamon in a smoothie with almond milk and
I did
coconut
those.
milk.
Okay, can I ask you about the Daily Harvest? I got a box of the Daily Harvests.
Mm-hmm. Did it come with sweet dry ice that you got to play with?
Yes. I immediately burned myself on it. But
yeah,
yes,
me too.
So it's what is it? It's a subscription of smoothies, and they send you a box packed in dry ice of like you get like 6 like basically paper cups with like chopped up frozen smoothie ingredients in it, and then
I go balls to the wall. I get all 24. 24.
You do 24? Okay, so let me ask you this. So what you do is you empty the cup into your blender, right?
Yeah.
Are you do you live a Vitamix lifestyle?
Yes.
Absolutely.
We just joined the Vitamix cult.
Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future. So you dump
polarized future.
So you upend your whole paper cup full of chopped up,
No.
Go
First,
please
you add
go on.
the liquid into the cup.
Oh. Well, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong.
We found the problem.
So you fill the cup with liquid, and then you upend the whole thing into the blender. But doesn't it make like an upsetting glue?
No. Well, I add a little extra milk to like get the blender going.
What are you doing? You're doing some almond milk?
Yeah, almond milk and coconut milk. Keeping it vegan.
Didn't you find that when I get a smoothie, I usually want like a healthy green smoothie. I want I want something that's just barely palatable, like some sort of spinach and vegetables.
Wow, that's really good of you.
And I'm
bad.
Why am I
drinking chocolate and the sweet, sweet, sweet love?
But I'm not drinking a smoothie because I'm happy with my life.
Yeah, no. no one's ever like, you know what I want right
Yeah,
now?
I'm drinking a smoothie because I'm doing penitence for eating like an entire fried chicken, but the meal before.
So your
eco
smoothie
depletion,
is your punishment
wheatgrass.
meal?
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
I'll do a green smoothie after the gym.
Smoothies are like my sunshine and lollipop time.
But that's my problem with the Daily Harvest was I felt like they were verging into milkshake territory.
Mm-hmm. Well, what milk do you put in there?
Almond milk.
Do you sweetened or unsweetened?
Unsweetened.
Yeah, that's what I'm putting in.
Yeah.
But it's all full of that good stuff. I just read all that stuff. Bananas, carrots, dates, walnuts, sweet potatoes, coconut, ginger, chia, yeah. Vanilla bean, nutmeg, cinnamon.
No BS.
No BS.
Anyway, well, I want to finish I'm still mad about the flat earth thing. I think that if our listeners want to get the flat earth people on the podcast, that you should please tweet at Alex and Merlin. Merlin is at Hot Dogs Ladies, and Alex is at Alex Cox. Please tweet at them.
Merlin's not here. I can vote, right?
Yeah.
I vote for flat earth. I do.
Oh, hell yeah. Alex, what is your concern? Or honestly, what is your concern? Is that you don't want to hear their ideas are too powerful and provocative? And that you might hear something that changes, that forever changes your worldview?
I'm too scared. I'm too close to the liberal media. I don't know.
You just have to
like
open
the
your mind.
bulbous round earth. I don't want it to be
it doesn't make
Alex,
sense.
Don't keep talking to the echo chamber.
I don't
Why
want
is it that when the
smoosh
sun
ears.
sets behind a mountain, it makes the
I don't
shape
know.
of if the earth was shaped like a frisbee?
I don't know.
Explain that.
Okay, what if it happened, Max? What if they came on and I'm slipping out of my chair. I'm so upset. And then suddenly you're like, oh, wait. Oh, and they start quoting Infinite Jest. And then suddenly your whole world is turned upside down, or rather
No,
just
it's not
smooshed.
upside down. It's flattened.
It's smooshed
Your world gets
into,
flattened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not flat. It's shaped like a frisbee.
Oh, I apologize.
I'm just saying that the facts don't add up, and I know that we're told a whole story about a round Earth, but have you ever seen it? Because I haven't.
What's under the frisbee?
Well, oh.
Oh, a turtle.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
I genuinely want to have the flat Earth. You were worried that it was going to be punching down, that we were going to be making fun of them.
It's God's meaty meat fingers holding that frisbee ready to go.
But and then I said, but why is it punching down? Like they have a different scientific. Like I don't get that. Why is it punching down?
I'm trapped. I'm in a corner. You know what?
If they were in a
enough
wheelchair, it might be punching down. So I'll specify that we only will have a white man, an able-bodied white man, on the podcast, and then it's not punching down.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. If you really, really want this, tweet at Due by Friday.
No. Nobody reads that. You're going to tweet at Alex Cox and at Hot Dogs Ladies, and just tell them that you want us to have the people on. We're not going to make fun of them, to their face. I just want to ask them questions of I want to ask what's under the frisbee.
There's a big asterisk to this.
Don't you
want
to ask them? I want to ask, what is it like to believe this? Like, are you worried to tell people this, or do your kids go to public school and learn things that you don't agree with about the shape of the earth?
Yeah, like your kid comes home with homework and you're like, it's like if your kid goes to Catholic school. They go to Catholic school and you don't want the kid to lick ass. Like, what do you say? But I have a feeling they're just going to try to convert us.
That's fine. I have no problem with people converting
I
me.
wouldn't send a child
Boring.
because
It's
children
boring.
are still learning. Grown-ups, it's okay.
What else? I have more follow-up. I just have links. I do this to myself every week. I just post links in my Bear app, and then I don't know what they are, and I have to click on them.
How are you this morning? Evening tip? Oh, it is your afternoon.
We're only an hour different.
Yeah, where do you think Tiff lives?
Okay, noon. It is noon
Underneath
30.
the frisbee earth?
Tiff, do the toilets flush backwards where you live?
I don't know. Let me go check.
It's noon
What is
30.
backwards? If it's the right way to me, right?
It's the afternoon.
Yeah, well, you have to account for the Coriolis effect.
Wait, do toilets flush backwards in the flat earth theory?
Oh.
Explain that. You can't.
Well, there we go. It settles.
All right. Well, I had some follow-up. This is from a webpage called theage.au, so maybe take this with a grain of salt. It's an Australian website. Maybe some Australian can tell us. Maybe some Australian can tell us whether this is reputable or not. But it addressed the remember the doodler, the guy who was pooping on the school lawn that we talked about a couple weeks ago, and I just wanted to know why, what was going on there. Well, we got an answer from this publication, The Age. It was the question that struck many Australians as they read about the bizarre case of Queensland's so-called poo jogger this week. Why? So I guess Queensland had their own lawn pooer. They had their own doodler, the doodler down under. High-flying businessman Andrew McIntosh was publicly shamed after being caught on camera crouching down and doing the deed with his own toilet paper in hand. It is believed that so that's answer number one. He brought his own toilet paper. I bet that could be what the doodler did. It's like a Boy Scout. One is, what is it? Three is one.
One is
two
none.
is none.
Pack in what, but you're supposed to pack in like out what you packed in, right? Isn't
Oh.
that it?
Well, we'll get to that. That would not
Okay.
satisfy the psychosexual need that the doodling fulfills. It is believed that McIntosh may have ducked down a private footpath of an apartment built block near his Greenslopes home about 30 times over the last year before being found out by angry residents. But disturbingly, the habit of defecating in public places is not as rare as you would hope, and it's not confined to Australia. Last year, a female jogger, dubbed the, quote, mad pooper, made world headlines for defecating on a Colorado family's lawn for weeks during her morning jogs. Months later, a copycat pooper in the U.S. city of Little Rock, Arkansas, dubbed the shit bandit by irate locals. They have it as just S dash dash dash, but I know what they mean.
They're not hiding anything around here.
Dash.
They're trying to write shit, the shit bandit.
You got him.
Bandit.
Began relieving themselves in the driveways of residents' homes. So what causes people to behave in such a bewildering way? Leading clinical psychologist Grant Brecht says the act can have an adrenaline rush similar to the feeling of, quote, taking a hit of heroin. They are seeking a thrill and they get addicted to the way it makes them feel, equating it to taking a hit of heroin, he said.
You think he's ever had heroin?
Yeah.
I think he knows a lot about how good it feels to do a shit on someone's lawn.
Fair enough.
It can make them feel
I think
invincible.
they're just hoping it feels like heroin, right?
It can also tie into the idea of delusions of grandeur. Mr. Brecht says that there are a number of reasons behind public defecation, spanning from elimination disorder, a diagnosable mental condition marked by the inappropriate passage of feces. And I do like how the Australians spell feces, by the way. They spell it like F-A-E-C-E-S, faces.
Faces?
So it feels very genteel to me. To incontinence. The thing is, nobody really knows why, Mr. Brecht said. So I do like that the whole premise of this article is what is behind the phenomenon of poo jogging, and then when they interview a clinical psychologist, his quote is, the thing is, nobody really knows why.
It's just the shruggy arms emoji. Like,
Yeah. Could be many reasons. There are so many different reasons behind it that there could be a different reason for every person who undertakes that type of behavior. The first thing is to establish whether the behavior is intentional. Some of it appears to be of a vindictive rage, he said. It is the ultimate expression of aggression.
Angry pooping.
Aimed at something or someone the person feels anger or envy towards. They feel so enraged that they defecate on that person's doorstep. They are motivated by their angst and their anger, and what is behind their behavior.
I feel like that this is a more traditional, they're kind of expanding the term doodler. Like, I think the way that we talked about the doodler who went down is he's definitely has a motivation that is beyond, like, some neighbor putting his shit in front of someone's doorstep, you know? Like, what takes you to the school and the track?
Oh, well, Mr. Brecht, who has been a clinical psychologist for more than 30 years, says his own theory is that in some cases it can be a form of obsessive-compulsive disorder. Quote, a person might be feeling really anxious and they could be under a lot of pressure at work, and one day they defecate in a certain place for whatever reason, he said. Alex.
Then it becomes...
Any of us. Oh, Alex.
We could all relate to this, I think.
Are we all destined to be doodlers?
That's the thing. I've never been comfortable pooping in my entire life, and maybe it's just that
Until
I need
one day. One faithful day.
You know what I could do outside this Mariano's? You know what?
Do a little doodle on the Blue Lives Matter guy's lawn.
Oh, dear. Max, do you have any other follow-up?
I'm not done with the doodler article.
Oh, please proceed.
So much.
I'm only halfway done.
Okay,
Go.
keep it going.
I feel like we should just,
Max reads about pooping.
we
hour.
should just,
We're only 20 minutes in.
I'm certainly
Why
curious
not?
to see where this is going.
Why not?
Then they feel that this compulsion to return there every day is because if they don't, they fear something could go wrong in their lives. Think about that, Alex. If you don't doodle every day, something could go wrong in your life.
Yep.
It's like when a person
A
continues
doodle
to
a day will do you?
a doodle a day keeps the doctor away. It's like when a person continues to wash their hands or they put their shoes under their bed every night. It's fueled by anxiety or fear of something bad will happen if they don't. So you might think that something bad would happen if you do doodle on the school lawn, but what if you don't doodle on the school lawn?
Oh, yeah. Your whole family will die if you don't doodle.
You didn't think about that. Mm-hmm. Sydney clinical psychologist Pandelis Samus, that's not a real name, could not comment on McIntosh's case, but in general said that such repeated behavior could be associated with obsessive-compulsive disorder. Quote, the only thing I can think of is obsessive-compulsive disorder. I like that this article says the whole quote and then quotes them. Where people act out a behavior that makes no sense, but it has a soothing or relieving effect. There could be emotional tension. He said the act of defecating could be associated with relief. Well, nobody thought about that. Quote, it's that obsessive-compulsive drive. If I do not poo there, something bad may happen. Literature about obsessive-compulsive disorder shows people think, I have to open and close the fridge or my parents will die in the car crash, or if I don't drink 4 glasses of water, I may get cancer. There is some sort of drive, obsession, something to reduce anxiety, he said. With OCD-type stuff, it's irrational stuff where instead of A leads to B, A leads to W, and you've missed a whole sequence of events in between. But you would have to interrogate that person and ask them to be honest, and without that, you may never know, he said. Doodler, come on, Do by Friday.
Here's the problem, too, is, this gets into some of the stereotypes of OCD, but my magic number is 7, so I have to do a lot of things in 7s. So I wouldn't
is this
just
real?
one. Yeah, of course
What are your things?
The basic 7 hugs in the morning or Maddie will die. I need to check the litter 7 times a day. I need to check my email at least 7 times a day. I need to have 7 things on my to-do list. I could go on and on. It's a life of 7s, but I would not be I would have to shit 7 times in public.
Why?
If you got into that,
How bad is
this? For at least 7.
It's not that bad. That's why medication's great.
I see.
Yeah. This is not new information. Yeah. Magic number. I feel like I've blown Max's mind where we've had running jokes about my 7s. No? Have I cut them out? Okay.
No, I'm. Maybe you'll have to do 7 doodles.
I know, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the one who talks about the raccoon. But
Well, the
I do
raccoon
wanna talk about the
went up
raccoon.
the building yesterday. You have to explain this to me. I saw everyone posting about it, and I feel like I missed the train.
Okay, there was a raccoon in downtown St. Paul, Minnesota, not St. Paul, Minneapolis, and it, I guess, crawled up what is called a skyscraper in St. Paul, and was on a ledge for 2 days, and everyone is freaking out. Oh, it hasn't eaten or had any water for 48 hours, it's going to die. And then, so people were giving all of their takes on Twitter about how to rescue said raccoon. And so much so that the police and fire departments had to issue official statements about why they could not send up multiple people to rescue a possibly rabid raccoon. And why they couldn't, because the building was pressurized, they could not open windows, something like that. But then it turned out the raccoon just at midnight last night they found out the raccoon could indeed scurry down the building because he was going back and forth he was playing Pac-Man on the building. And then people became a little disenchanted, oh, he could go down whenever he wants. So eventually he went to the top of the building, got food, and that was the end. But it was a very
What do you mean?
stressful...
He lives there now?
Okay. The end meaning he got food and he's being taken to a little wildlife rescue. But now
He'll be euthanized.
But no, but it's funny. They used a TNR trap that they use for trap neuter release.
Trap neuters them?
No.
That's an efficient trap.
Yep. It's just
All in
snip,
one.
snip,
It's like
goes
some sort
out.
of Looney Tunes
No,
Rube
but
Goldberg machine.
It's a very reasonably. Oh, it was like heroin. It hit a little late. But it's a very reasonably sized cage. But now this morning, everyone's mad about the raccoon being in a little cage for 12 hours while it goes to its nice raccoon sanctuary where he'll be doted on 24/7 because the internet fucking loves this guy. There's no more interesting things. I just wanted to talk about the raccoon. It was so fucking cute. And
they're basically cats, right?
Well, they're called
fat ones.
They're fat cats that will hurt you. Well, yep. So yeah, they're fat cats. It's exactly
that live in the
same.
sewer.
Yeah, they're fat cats who are just more efficient at opening your garbage cans.
Yeah, they are. The stupid little thumbs of theirs. Our trash house is on lockdown, serious lockdown. We keep getting it full of raccoons.
You're both real life house people. Do you have like what sort of like rodentry do you encounter?
I assume actually don't have any. We don't really have any pest problems, honestly. I've had some ants in the basement, but that's about it. But I put down a little ant bait thing, and they went away.
We have a lot of deer.
Yeah, when I grew up in the suburbs, there was deer were like a pest. Like they would come in and like eat your tomatoes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they started inoculating the females with like birth control. Like they go and they dart them and they give them birth control because they were too many deer. Because no one wants to kill them. Everyone feels bad, so they're like, just give them birth control.
When I was in college, I went to a very
let's get the shot.
Crunchy.
They just ring up all the deer vaginas.
I like how Max is just patiently waiting.
I'm just waiting to tell my story. I went to a very crunchy liberal college.
Safe sex all over the place.
And the kids at this college were
it only does not work. There's just too many hot
STDs,
guys.
dears. Just prevents pregnancy. They don't know that.
Are you in a story,
They're
Max?
handed a little pamphlet when they get inoculated.
Okay. Hi. You know what's funny? And I hear that there's this podcast called ATP, and they like to talk about how the computers, especially sometimes the Macs, will shut down and then come back and say, hey, you're, they'll kernel panic, and then they'll come back and say, you shut your computer down because of a problem. Nope, not me, buddy. Not me. Not do that. Oh, and we're back.
So do you have a Nuva ring, Alex?
No. In fact, hey, Mark.
Oh, this is taking a turn.
So here's the thing. I was on it. I've been on Yasmin since I was like 12 because don't email me, guys, like really bad acne. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I can stop this because my partner does not have a penis. And then I was like, oh, that's right. I started taking this because of acne. So I'm an oily blob forever now. I want to get one of the what's it called? The little robot dinguses that you get put in your arm, and then you can like push it around and feel it.
Ooh.
See, why ooh? It's not ooh, it's ooh.
No, I don't want a dingus in my arm.
Yeah, what's it called? I want the hormone dingus in my arm.
No. Birth control makes me crazy. Like
Yeah, that happens to so many people, and luckily that has never happened to me. So I was like, it's just.
I tried the ring, and it was like, get it out, get it out, get it out.
Give it to a deer. I don't want it.
No, it's
terrible. It's funny how copper birth control dingus doesn't bring up any results. Max, do you have any child safe stories? Do you what sort of rings do you?
Digga. Washington Post. The meeting was supposed to be about hurricane preparedness.
Because I know that there's rings that are for dudes. There's dude rings.
There are dude rings, and there are dude patches.
There
now.
are?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's for her pleasure.
Copper.
Washington Post.
Digga, sex toys.
The meeting was supposed to be about hurricane preparedness as disaster officials gathered at the Federal Emergency Management Agency headquarters days after the start of the 2018 season. But President Trump had a lot else on his mind, turning the closed...
Challenge, host a sex toy party.
Oh, we could get Erica Moen? Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
Go on, Max. What about
Go ahead, Max. Trump. What?
Yep.
But President Trump had a lot else on his mind, turning the closed-door discussion into soliloquies on his prowess in negotiating airplane deals, his popularity, the effectiveness of his political endorsements, the Republican Party's fortunes, and vagaries of Defense Department purchasing guidelines, his dislike of magnetized launch equipment on aircraft carriers, his unending love of coal, and his breezy optimism about his planned Singapore summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Quote, so he's at FEMA meeting about hurricanes to plan this year's hurricane season. He says, quote, we saved $1.6 billion on Air Force One, he said. Can you believe it? I got involved in the negotiations. The press refuses to report that, but that's okay. People are really surprised. Military officials have not been able to explain where Trump got such a figure. A Defense Department official told Bloomberg News this year that the department had no information to back up that claim. He then complained that the military was too frequently buying new and, in his view, unnecessary equipment, citing aircraft technology as an example. Quote, part of it is they want to have all new. Instead of having the system that throws the aircraft off the ship, which was always steam, he said, they now have magnets. They're using magnets instead of steam. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm hearing not great things about it. It's frankly ridiculous. The room did not respond to his assessment.
Are you following the whole Korea thing?
Yeah, I actually think it's a pretty good outcome, honestly. I mean, I think not because of any strategy or qualities of the Trump administration.
Nothing happened. It was the best possible outcome.
It's actually good. I mean, I think in general, I think it's good to get Kim Jong-un to the negotiating table. Like, why not? There's a kind of a whole liberal backlash of people like, he's disrespecting the flag by having it next to the North Korean flag. It's like, go fuck yourself. That's what Republicans said for 8 years. When Obama went to Cuba, they said the same thing. He's disrespecting the flag. It's like, no, it's positive to have diplomacy is good. I mean, I wish it was someone competent. I wish it was someone who didn't have like a soft-boiled egg for a brain. But Trump also stopped war games on the Korean Peninsula, which is also very positive. Like, the United States should spend less money on ridiculous maneuvers preparing for a land war in Asia that we're never going to have. Like, we shouldn't be doing these things. So I don't think Trump. Do I think Trump thinks that we should have stop war games in the Korean Peninsula for the same reason that I think, or the correct reason? No, I think he Mr. Magoo'd himself into a pretty good outcome here. But I'm not going to. I mean, it's all things considered, it's pretty good, honestly.
I feel like everyone was on a low-level anxiety like the whole time, and then afterwards we were kind of like, oh, okay, all right. And it's exactly what she said. It's just he accidentally didn't cause any problems. It was very exciting.
I think it's a good outcome. I mean, we'll see. They agreed. I guess the North Koreans agreed to some kind of denuclearization, which I don't know if this is true, but someone on Twitter said they've previously agreed to do denuclearization like 12 times in the past. So who knows if it'll stick or if they're telling the truth or whatever. But I agree. It's not a calamity. I actually think it's good that I think someone needs to break the taboo of like meeting with the North Koreans. Someone had to do it, and
someone
it might
with no shame and
right? No, seriously,
whatsoever.
It might as well be Trump, who has no dignity, right? Obama would have gotten fucking killed if he met with Kim Jong-un. I'm sure it was not even on the table politically because it would have been such a disaster for him to do it. And I'm glad Trump did it. Like that man has no dignity. He's not smart enough to know what the costs and benefits are. So I'm glad it was him. And maybe the next time we have a president who can actually has two brain cells to rub together, they'll actually be able to make a deal with North Korea to get what everyone needs done.
Tiff, do you watch the Tony Awards?
No.
Okay. Well,
I don't, but I do know about them.
Okay, I ask because I just made the maybe unfair assumption that Max did not watch them. But, Robert De Niro said, fuck Trump. And maybe it was all part of
Why did he have to use profanity, though?
But that's the thing. Why was it? Maybe it was all part of the convoluted scheme of like, okay, nothing bad happened, so let's distract him with something unimportant. Like, what if there's a secret underground society? Like, I wish Merlin was here. He could back me up with QAnon.
Oh, wait, they're the ones under the ice caps, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Almost certainly.
They're taking care of the turtle.
Whose name is Turt Reynolds.
Turt Reynolds is pretty good. That's probably our title.
I'm awake. I'm alert. I worked out this morning. I smoothed. I sat around a kind of impromptu PTA meeting. It was very weird. I don't know. Something happened. It was like all the ladies.
What are your duties on the PTA?
I don't know. I avoid the PTA. I'm like anti-PTA.
I have other parents who are very involved in their kids' like schools, and they always have to do fundraisers. In Chicago Public Schools, you're constantly fundraising and for this or that. And I'm like, well, why don't you just not do it? Like, it seems like a pain in the ass. Like, why don't you?
That's
just,
what I do.
Why don't you
just
not do it?
it?
And they're like, well, we would be like completely ostracized from the community, and like the teachers would be mad at us.
It's totally fine. Turns out, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm fine. I'm living my best life.
Good advice.
Podcasting, talking about deer Nuva rings. So much better than worrying about the superintendent.
You know what I really like is that the current male birth control that's in, it's still in trials, but it's called Go Low,
Whoa. That's not good.
When they go
won't wanna
high,
take
we go
that.
low.
No, I feel like for men don't often go low enough, and I like the name.
No, I think that's going to imply that they're losing something, like a Downing Wood situation.
They are indeed losing their sperm, but they might, since they don't have sperm, they might as well go low on their ladies.
There's a housing development near us called Downing Wood, and I'm like, why?
Sudden Valley.
It sounds like a salad dressing, but I just don't want to eat it.
We saw one in Florida one time called Journey's End.
Ooh.
And I always thought,
Oh.
I always thought I should remember that the next time I'm arguing with my parents. I'll be like, do you guys want to wind up at
Hey.
Journey's End?
Or Downing Wood
Downing Wood?
for all those lonely old men.
They've gone low.
Oh God.
But no, they should think of a better name if they want to encourage men to take the birth
Is
control.
there birth control that, what would you call it? It would be like an energy beverage. It would be like a green pill, and it would be like Monster Birth Control. Or, oh shit, you know what? Okay, hang on now. You know how sometimes we have really good business ideas on Do by Friday, and then we don't pursue them? I have one that it's almost too good of an idea that I don't want to say it. But what about a gaming male birth control? It's for gamers.
Go on.
No, it's for
Wait,
gamers.
are you gamifying birth control?
No, it's a birth control that's it's
No
a male
consequences.
it's a birth control that's marketed towards male gamers. It's like a tactical gaming birth control. It's like if you really want to commit yourself to getting those sick no scope 360 headshots. You've got to get rid of everything else in your life and have pure chi to focus on the Call of Duty.
What is happening?
It's a male birth control for gamers.
No,
but what are they birth controlling against?
it's not that. Well, that's
like,
the thing.
But
They're not
gamers drink
fucking
energy
anybody
beverages.
Anyway.
Gamers drink energy beverages. Do you think they're working out?
Right.
Fair, but
They buy tactical.
I also don't think that they're having any sex to worry about their birth control.
Yeah, but they buy tactical backpacks and knives, and they're not surviving in the woods.
I think they're their own birth control, honestly.
No, here's what needs to happen. It needs to be marketed to like pickup artists, and then they're gonna go out at the bar and be like, hey baby, I'm on Go Low. And there's got to be a marketing campaign that like suddenly sperm is bad because it, you know, or you need to take this birth control because it like having less sperm will eventually make it more powerful when you do want to spread your seed and reproduce.
Don't
a
you
PR
think
angle
that's the
here.
issue with male birth control is lots of guys will lie about being on it?
Yes. I mean, yeah, but yeah.
It should make your eyebrows fall off or something. Like it should have some other side effect. Like maybe they can.
Oh, it's like when a kid pees in the pool and it turns like teal, like
Yes.
a green
No,
or something
is
all
that a
around them, or
thing
red or
that
whatever it is.
happens? Oh, red, no.
What I'm thinking is like,
Oh no! Whoa, yeah.
Hey, Timmy,
It's like,
you've
what
become a woman.
you know how they can take the phosphorescent like glowing gene out from like one of those fish and they can put it in a monkey?
Yes.
What if it makes
Can make a glowing monkey.
Yeah. What if it like
cool.
makes you glow when you take it or something? Just
What if it only makes a certain part of you glow?
That's
There you
what
go.
I'm going. Like,
just your balls.
Yeah. Oh, that'd
Oh
be
my God, that'd be
awesome.
so cool.
It'd be like a little
Oh.
chandelier for your, between your
but
legs.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like the whole like getting hard. It's almost like a little. It is. It's like a like you've you've reached a save point. It's like hello.
No need for night lights.
Tiffany Arment, it was your challenge this week.
It sure was.
It sure was. Okay.
Oh no, you don't sound happy. I had a great time. I had so much fun. Did you get one?
I sure got one.
What did you get?
I got. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Here.
Are you bringing the whole thing in? You
Well,
could just bring the pamphlet.
No, yours got a pamphlet.
Yeah.
I bought mine used on Amazon because I figured.
Used? You brought a used utility.
Did you wash it?
I tried, but there's a lovely dent on the back. It's like
You bought a used rotisserie oven.
I did.
These
indeed.
things, they only last like 4 rotisseries.
Is that their cycle? Like, oh, how how do you know when it's how do you know when it's broken?
When it stops rotating.
Okay, so I got the NutriChef. That's all it says.
That's what I have, but I have the PKRTVG65BL.
I think on Amazon it was called used rotisserie quality good. Quality
Why would
good.
you buy that? Why would you read that sentence and say, yes, put into my cart? I would like that to arrive where I am. I would just be like, no, get it further away from me. That's horrible.
As it's sitting in my lap and my arm is inside of it.
Wait, why?
No.
Okay, that's why you had a bad time. Don't put your arm in it.
And I did not when it was on.
Don't put it on your lap.
I just put my chicken on my lap. I'm like, okay, go. I'm waiting. I was able to turn it or plug it in and turn it on, but nothing moved. There was no spinning. There was no, like, it made a creaky sort of noise as well, not that loud, but like, hear that?
Did it just fall apart into a billion pieces?
No, that happened long ago, don't worry.
What is that thing?
This is what the chicken goes into, I think.
There's no way you could cram a chicken into that. Do you know how?
Oh,
have
you have
you
the
ever seen a
basket?
chicken?
No, that's for like pieces. That's for like bits and pieces. Here, wait, I have the manual. I'll show you.
It looks like a coffee roaster.
Yeah, no, that's what Marcos.
Everyone thought it was that, and they're like, "Oh, is Alex getting into coffee?" I'm like, "No, I'm getting into
No,
nothing."
I'll show you the bits and pieces that are supposed to go into that basket because that's what the manual says. But I can't distinguish quite what they are. I'm going to send it into this.
Did yours come with thread?
Yes.
What is
It's
that?
like springy string. They're kind of
for?
like bungee strings. It's to tie the legs of the chicken so they don't flop around when they're spinning.
No, mine are. Oh no, they're a little bit springy. Okay. How is this used?
You bought used chicken thigh. Don't touch them, Alex.
Now I'm a little bit.
Do they smell?
Dr. Don, please write in and say whether Alex should handle these used chicken ties that she got on eBay.
Not eBay.
I think you need to go and take a bath in some sanity. Throw it away.
It was an Amazon authorized reseller. Like the tong speary things are clean, but they just okay. Well, I've clearly, much like the Dr. Don challenge, did some things terribly wrong. Like, why is Max? There's a disc. What is this? Do you have a disc, Tiff?
Like the plastic one? That's the stand so you can stand it up while you impale your kill.
Mine says do not use inside rotisserie. Like,
Yeah, you don't
plastic.
put the it's just it just holds the sword up while you put your while you put the raccoon on the sword.
Okay. Yep. And there are just some like loose screws in here that I don't know. They're okay. So I tried.
You didn't. You should have. Oh, I think we have the same one based on the picture, but you have the black version. I got the really cool blue version, and also it was new. I could have helped you. I know where all those screws go.
I got a little. Well, what I liked about that is that the screws didn't even come in like I expected. Maybe a Ziploc bag or something. I don't expect them to be in like a vacuum sealed type thing, but they were just in it. As well as a little thing that says rotisserie and barbecue that's like it's shaped like a boot if you stand it up straight. Do you have that as well? Maybe not a boot, but like I'll send a picture in the super secret text channel. But yeah, I plugged it in. It made noises, and then I could not. Oh, see, if I had a manual, I probably could have. I probably could have Googled it, but I'm not gonna say that. Oh, I see. Okay, well, I'm definitely missing that piece, like the big piece that goes on top of the chicken after you've stabbed it. That is.
Oh, you don't have the other side of the drum?
I do not. Nope.
So there's not like two metal discs. Did you find it?
Yeah, but it's.
Do you have meat available to be cooking on the air? Can we talk you through this and get you something?
I'm so afraid.
Rotisserie?
Well, the thing is, I don't have any meat, which I tried. That was why.
Well, Alex, this is why you're failing. You're used rotisserie.
No, okay,
It's 1,000 pieces with no manual, and you don't have any meat to cook.
Here,
that's the whole challenge.
The thing was, it was very late last night. I was in the office trying to start start somehow. And I almost texted our friend Chef Aaron to be like, how do work? But I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this on my own. I'm going to figure. I just wanted the little spear to rotate, and I couldn't.
I am a smart, capable woman, and I am capable of conquering this mechanical device.
And I'm just stuck here with my little boot in my hand. And so I got it. I don't think it's a full peanut butter, but maybe like a 75% peanut butter, because I made a purchase, but
You got the machine. You just didn't use it.
I plugged it in. No, I used it, and then I plugged it in and watched it get warm. And that was about it. How about you, Max?
Just peanut buttered. I didn't do anything for this challenge. I remembered on probably on like Monday night. I was like, ooh, I really should have bought a rotisserie.
You were sending Bitmojis of you eating rotisserie food.
Yeah, it threw you off
for like a week.
It threw you off the scent.
I'm the only one who wrote. I feel like such a chump.
Tip,
I'm a chump.
My week was too crazy. I couldn't do it. But
I've totally been catfished, right? I've been catfished on the rotisserie situation.
But here's the other thing. Here's the other thing is like
the kids do to each other.
Here's the other
they get each other to buy rotisseries.
Here's the
and just laugh.
Joke's on you.
Here's the other problem with the rotisserie is
You had a delicious dinner. You suck.
Here's the other problem with the rotisserie is that you can either get like an extremely cheap one and then just use it once for comedy purposes, or you can get like a nice one that will actually work. And I don't want to buy the cheap one that won't work. And I also don't want to buy the expensive one that will work.
Well, exactly. I did not want to contribute. I'm like, I'm definitely going to throw this away afterwards. So I bought a used one because I didn't want to. I thought the same thing about the Scoot, and now it's a permanent member of the family. But yeah, this thing, I don't know. It just like looks dangerous.
Okay, listen. I have been to the mountain.
Okay.
And I come back bearing the good word.
What
of the
rotisserie did you get?
I think I got the exact same one as Alex, but blue and new.
Okay.
So it had all of its pieces.
How much was it?
It was like $114.
Checks out.
I
Mine was 80.
I moved to calling a board meeting of the Dubai Friday board members.
Yes.
Moved to enter new business and bring it to the table. I would like to reimburse Tiff for the full cost of a rotisserie machine. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All against, all abstaining. Let the record show that Merlin is not here, and the motion passes.
He probably would have said nay, though.
The motion passes 2-0. Tiff, Alex someone will send you a check for the rotisserie.
And I will send you delicious cooked rotisserie meats because it came out awesome.
Dr. Don, can we eat that? Write us in.
You were.
Wait, so it was really. What did you make? What was it? Was it good?
Well, yeah, I made a chicken and I dry brined it. And the first time that I ever dealt with like an entire chicken, I just left it in the kitchen and I went into the bathroom and cried because it freaked me out that it had like feather bits on it and stuff, and it was horrible.
It looks a little bit. It's a little bit like
neck.
It's a little bit like hops.
They're horrible. They're just so fleshy. It's so
Alex,
bad.
are you never petting your cat and you like look at the like leg joint and you're like, this is more or less a chicken.
Yeah,
Like
chicken
I
leg.
could probably figure out how to
No.
break apart this cat.
I actually
I could break down this cat,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
I kind of look at myself and I'm like, I wonder if the apocalypse comes, because dogs, like hops wouldn't eat you, Tiff, but your cat, if you had a cat, it would probably consume
He
you.
would protect us.
Exactly. Our cats would hide and then eventually consume our flesh. And I'm like, I wonder, do they want like the meat
gotta eat
or
them
do you want
first.
the fat? No, I could no. Would you eat hops?
If he was about to eat me, yes. If he was going crazy and was ready to eat me, it's like if it's me or you, I'm a survivor. What can I say? I mean, if he was coming after me with like a fork and knife, yeah, I'd totally eat him.
What about Adam?
If he, like, went
You would eat your
tried
child?
to get me, I would eat them. Yes, I would eat anything that attacked me.
You heard it here first, folks. Tip our men.
Just eating my way through life. No, because it's not going to happen. But yes, I will survive, and I will eat whatever
All right.
challenges me. But that's how I felt about this chicken. I'm like, I am medieval chicken torture. Like I just got it on the spike and I pushed the things all in, or maybe a chicken dominatrix. I don't know, but it was like I had the power.
Was it good?
Well, once it was all cooked, yeah, I did like a dry rub situation.
Oh.
I did. It was good.
Now,
really,
now
it was great. Took like an hour and a half.
Do you get a rotisserie
Around?
chicken at the grocery store
Yes, but it doesn't taste as good.
as the one at
It's
home?
way cheaper.
As the one at home.
Yeah, it didn't taste as good as the one at home. Because
Interesting.
that one was cooked like hours and hours and hours ago. This one was like ready for dinner. Had it cooking for an hour and a half. It was delicious. It was moist. It was
Have you read
cooked.
about the culture of people who go to Costco and they wait for the bell to ring? That means that they're putting out rotisserie chickens, and then they rush over to the meat department
Oh,
to
yeah.
get a fresh rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, they do
seen
that
it.
with donuts too, don't they?
Yeah, they do it with the bread.
People
they do
just
it with
running around
everything.
looking for bells and fresh food. Like that's pretty sad.
Well, what kind of a life is that you're at Costco waiting for a bell to ring so you can get a freshly
Right,
cooked
go
chicken?
home and cook your fresh chicken yourself.
Now, tell me about rotisserie versus oven roasted. I mean, is the rotisserie really doing anything here?
Yeah, because you're getting all sides of the chicken.
But isn't
But,
that what
I mean,
a convection oven is?
No, because it's sitting. It's sitting in something. So like you have
okay.
all it's going around and oh, it's just very good.
Why don't we do this with like all things then?
Well,
I have a pork loin plan for tonight, so we'll see how that goes.
So the rotisserie, it's actually gonna become part of the kitchen arsenal.
I think after the pork loin, it's done because I've only bought 2 meats for it, but I think it might just break, honestly. Because it was struggling with that chicken. It was pretty
I
heavy.
mean, mine sure did.
I maxed out the capacity of this oven with this one chicken. I had to tie down its little wings so it wouldn't like brush the sides. It's like hugs.
I wouldn't want. I'm staring at Alex's here, and I would not want to clean this. I would not want to wash the raw chicken off of all of the little folds and
No,
facets
there was
of this thing.
a drip plate that you put underneath, and it caught all the stuff.
I did get the drip plate.
Like George Foreman situation, like, and then you just take that out, and that was it. And I did a little wipe down, and it was fine.
This is making me want to eat chicken.
Oh,
I'll
this
show
is
you.
not
Here, I'll send
clean.
you pictures of my
Okay.
finished chicken.
Please do.
Yep, I'll send you all the pictures.
I'm actually surprised at how clean this used little tray is, including the grate is completely cleaned. What's this for? You know, the like metal thing, the little metal shelf type thing that isn't. I think it's a
Oh,
shelf.
you can turn it into a toaster oven too.
Oh, this has changed the game.
Send it to
I know.
Send it to
It's
Syracuse.
not a unitasker; it's a multitasker.
I think we have a friend who might be interested in a used rotisserie / toaster oven.
Only ovens. Only ovens.
Gift it. Regift it.
Never slot toasters. Always ovens.
Always oven. Always be ovening. I have to say, I'm very impressed.
Here comes a lot of chicken pictures.
Oh,
heading your way.
I'm so excited.
Here comes chicken. It does look good and crisp.
Yeah, it was good.
Do you have any pictures of when it still looked like a puppy?
Yeah, I think so.
I wanna
Didn't
see
I
the
send
dead
you
puppy.
some of those
What's
yesterday?
this business at the end here? The little nail coming out of its
Here,
foot.
I'm really sorry for this next one. Alex asked for it. This is after it's been dry brined.
Oh no!
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Oh, that looks like Trump's brain. It's just
So you do a dry brine and then you rinse it off.
I didn't rinse it.
The salt, all the brine and the was too salty. Why were you supposed to have rinsed it then?
I think I was perfectly amount of salted. I don't
So
know.
you did so it's inside the skin.
On top.
On top.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to break the skin off the.
Oh, you got to get your hand all up in there.
No.
When we do the turkey, I do a dry brine on the turkey every year, and then I smoke it. And I am up to my elbow in turkey. I am all up in the turkey's guts.
oh no.
I am all the way in there.
There was one little tiny hole on the side that I poked some in with my finger. I didn't go any further than what the hole was. It was already kind of
Was
open.
it the cavity?
Yeah.
No. Literally on the side of its leg, there was a tiny opening in the skin, and you can get to some of the little fleshy bits. So I'd just poke my finger.
You have to peel the skin back very gently, all in one piece.
I
You
didn't
go
I didn't
careful, peel, and then you get your fingers in there and you just work it in with a little bit of the salt, and you get the salt, and you go, and then you bring the skin back over and you pat it down, gentle, easy, don't break the skin.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm on the vegetarian fence right now.
All right, that's probably the after show.